Hi Flosstube, this is Jen with Gen X Stitches. Today I'm filming Flosstube number 3. Today is Saturday, June 20th. I was off yesterday for Juneteenth, so that was nice to have that extra day off. And I hope everybody took some time to reflect about what that day really is about. Tomorrow is Father's Day. We'll be celebrating Father's Day. Pretty low key. My husband and all 3 of my kids work tomorrow, so I'll be the only one off. I think we'll just grab dinner and keep it pretty chill. It's been about 2 weeks since I last filmed. Last weekend we had my daughter's graduation party. As I mentioned previously, she just graduated with her bachelor's degree in exercise science. She took a deferment for a year and will be starting her master's program in fall of 27 to become an OT. She's really passionate about it, so she hasn't really locked in on what area she wants to specialize in. I know originally she thought about geriatrics, but now I think she's considering neonatal, and I think she's wants to keep all of her options open as she goes into her master's program. Other than that, it's just been work mostly. I'm getting ready to go on a girls' trip the first part of July. Almost annually, me and my 2 sister-in-laws and our friend, who's like a sister to all of us, take a little trip. This year we're going to Florida. We're going to Panama City Beach. We have a condo right on the beach, and it will be a good time for sure. Let's see what else has been going on. Not too much, actually. I think that's the most of it. I have worked on some stitching, so I'm gonna share that. I have a finish. I have a couple new starts. I have some progress on some whips, and I have a lot of haul. My LNS is Color and Cotton. It's about 40 minutes away from me. They just had their grand reopening last weekend. They moved locations. I was finally able to make it there yesterday while I was off, and it is a gorgeous place. I should have took some video, and I didn't even think about it. It was pretty crowded in there, actually. So I think people are loving the new location. If you hear paws, toenails clicking on the floor, that's my German Shepherd walking through the kitchen, dipping under the table that I'm filming at. So she might make an appearance. I don't know. Usually I have to pause these videos quite a bit because she can be kind of reactive when she sees other dogs walking down the street. But she is the best dog I've ever had, honestly. She's great. So I guess without further ado, we'll get into the stitching. We'll start with the finish. This is Haunted Hounds by the Blue Flower. This was a freebie pattern. So I did cut off the extra fabric from this. I stitched this on Wicked Sprout by Bestitch Me. So I'm thinking about getting maybe like a purple frame to frame it in and just have that green and purple Halloween vibe. I thought this was so cute. And glad it hung out for way too long. So glad this is the finish. Let me hold it just a little bit closer. Yeah, look at those puppies. My goodness. So that's my one finish. We'll see if I'll ever fully finish an item. I hope so. And then I have 3 new starts, guys. That's okay, because these have been, a couple of these have been kitted up for a while, so. This is Summer Feels by the Artsy Housewife. Let me tell you, this is a fun stitch. I don't know if you can see the purple very well. This is so much fun. I am loving every second of stitching this. This is also stitched on a fabric from Bestitch Me. I believe this is Huckleberry. I started this, so I don't know if anybody watches Katie, Jeremiah's mom on Flosstube. She is great. She is the most positive person I think ever. She's a joy to watch. And she is part of this Facebook group. I think it's Magazine Monthly Challenge, and they do a challenge every month. It's like an acrostic challenge. There's a theme, and then there's a word associated with that theme, and you pick a project for each letter of the word associated with the theme and a project for the theme, and you make a goal. So I joined that Facebook group, and I set a goal of 200 stitches, and this was one of the projects I picked for that, and I did. So I made some more progress, and I can't wait to get back to this. This has been so much fun. And then my second new start, I gotta work on this. I have plans to work on this today. It's very little. I don't even know if it's worth showing. But this is, let me see if I can make sure I have the right way of holding it, because I don't know if I'm holding it the right way. Yep. Okay. I joined the Frosted Pumpkin Welcome to the Circus Sal. And so the first, I'm sure if you follow other people on Instagram and stuff that are doing this, the first part of the pattern is like is a lion, and that's just the beginning of his. There's like an ear and the start of his mane. The next part drops, I believe, July 2nd, so I really need to get this finished. So that's my goal for this weekend, is to get that done. That's a very little start, and I'm stitching that on, I believe that's Evil Queen from Bestitch Me. As I've mentioned previously, I'm in the Bestitch Me Fabric of the Month Club, and I do the mixed, where every other month it's a neutral, and the opposite month it's a color. So her colors are fabulous. I really love Brandy's colors. And then this, really, hold please, sorry about that. I had to pause because the dog started barking. Come here, Greta. Let's see, can you say hi to the people? No, come here. There she is. Hi, baby, hi. You gotta calm down. You gotta be a good girl. Yeah, I know. That's my big baby. That's my biggest baby. Yeah. All right. Can you go be a good girl? Can you be a good girl when Mama does this? Okay. Thank you. Go on. Be a good girl. My other new start is Autumn Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Is that that? Yeah. Autumn Lane Stitchery. And I just started this yesterday, so I really don't have any progress. I just have the very beginning of the blue for the sky. So there is that. Nothing too exciting. I'm stitching that on Peridot by Fiber on a Whim. The next thing I have a little bit of progress, not much, is 324. I think I got a couple more motifs done. Yeah, I think the only new ones are these two over here. So I got those two done. So yeah, I mean, it's coming along. It's gonna take me a while. That's okay. And really, I did it not only because I thought that was a cool concept, but because good way to build up my DMC, honestly. So there's the progress on that. And the rest of these also are due to that acrostic where I set stitch goals. And my stitch goal was 200 stitches for each project. And I did go over it, I think, on almost every project. But I made some more progress on strawberry naps. I got some more of the fill-in done. And I got the outline of the paws done. I don't think you can really see the white too well, but there you go. So, a lot more stitching. This I'm doing for my daughter who just graduated from college. She has a black cat named Nelson that is the joy of her life, so I thought this would be a good project for that. Let's see. And then I made some progress on Cherry Magpie. Sorry, guys. Oh, yes. So I definitely got some more progress in. I finished up some of this down here and started in some more over here, and it's just coming right along. It's so pretty. I love the colors. I love the colors so much on this. This has also been so fun to stitch on. So it's hard to decide what to stitch on when you love all your projects. Yep. There's been so many good drops lately. I can't stand it. Jetta Stitch just comes out with so many good things. And then the next thing I made some progress on was Spring Rain by Teresa Kogut. And you can kind of finally start seeing a little bit. Got his arms, and sort of the jacket, and the umbrella handle. So it's coming along. Don't know how well this shows up on here, but I'm definitely making some progress. And actually, if I sat down and really dedicated some time, I feel like this overall might be a pretty quick stitch, but I just need to sit down and really dedicate maybe a few days to this, and I think I could get a lot more done. And then the last whip I have to show you is Autumn Drinks from Shannon Christine. And I almost have the first mug completely done. It's getting there. I think all this, like, I just had started the eyes last time, and look how much I've gotten done. It's so good. Her patterns are so much fun, and I love this fabric. This is Frappuccino from Be Stitch Me. Oh, he's so cute. So yeah, so those are the whips I've worked on the last couple of weeks. There were a few nights that I did not stitch at all. I try to stitch a little bit every day, but you know, sometimes life be lifing. And sometimes I'm just tired. Sometimes I go and work out right after I get off work, and then by the time I get home and eat dinner, sometimes I'm just exhausted. Okay, now let's talk about haul. Oh, okay. We'll save all the color and cotton. Well, it's gonna be a combination. Okay, no, let's not do that. We're gonna just go into it. We're gonna talk about, we'll do fabric first, I guess. So, I had to order this from Be Stitch Me the other day. This is not a fabric of the month. She had this on her ready to ship, and I had to grab it because it's so pretty. This is Chasing Sunsets. Is this not the most gorgeous fabric ever? Like, oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm going to stitch in this yet. I just knew that this had to be in my collection. It is so pretty. Oh, and it wouldn't be a Flosstube without an appearance from Stevie, our cat. Hi, Steves. Can you get down, please? Can you get down? I don't know if I've told you guys, we adopted her from the Humane Society, and she came from a hoarder's house where there was lots of cats. So she doesn't love her other cats. She's not a big fan of them. She loves the dog, but I just think because of where she came from, she doesn't really care for cats. But she is very good about when they're around her, she'll go put herself like in a timeout. She'll go to the top of the cat tree and just go to sleep or something. And she has a lot of allergy problems. She gets a lot of ear infections, and she sneezes a lot, and I really think that's also a product of the environment she came from, quite honestly. But she's a good girl. I mean, she is a good girl. Let's see what else I got. I got the May Atomic Ranch Fabric of the Month. And this is in the color Seafoam. I don't think this is showing up very true. This might be a little bit better, but it's like it's a light green. I love greens and blues. The stitch on purple and green are my favorite colors, but I love blues to stitch on too, so put that over there. And then let me see what else I have. And then I got the Color and Cotton June Fabric of the Month from the Soft Neutrals Club. And this color is Golden Oak. That is really pretty too. Let me see. Like a medium brown with a little bit of gold to it. It's really pretty. I love Color and Cotton Neutrals. They are so good. So I haven't received the June Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month yet, or the June Atomic Ranch yet. The Be Stitch Me just got shipped, so I should have that in a few days. And then the Atomic Ranch doesn't get shipped until the very end of the month. I get that through Millennial Fabrics. And also for next time, I did order the Primrose Cotton Sip and Stitch, so that's supposed to be getting here today. I'm so excited about that. I thought about waiting to film until it got here, but also I think people are just starting to get them, so I don't want to post. I want everybody to have a chance to get theirs before I post that. I've been avoiding spoilers, because this is the first time I've ordered that, so I'm excited to see what that's all about. Okay, so while I was at Color and Cotton yesterday, I picked up 3 fabrics. Like, I could not help myself. It's a problem. So I got Treasure Map, which is a nice neutral. Let me hold that back a little bit. I got this in 14 count. I really thought it, I was surprised when I got home because I thought I had picked up 16 count, but that's okay. And I got this because I'm not sure. I have the Primrose Cottage Beach Rules to stitch, and I thought this might be a good choice for that. Hey, Steves. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of pet interruptions today. We're gonna go with it. And then this last fabric, holy cow. Oh no, I just showed Treasure Map. Hold on. I didn't show this one. And then I have just been super fascinated with the darker browns lately. And we're back again. Okay. So this is Graham Cracker from Color and Cotton. This is such a pretty color. I love the dark browns. I just love color, I guess. So I will find a project for that. Sometimes you just have to buy the fabric without knowing what project, because I just have a feeling, I just have this, you know, I just think the right project comes along for every fabric you own. And then this one might be my favorite new fabric. I got this in a 28 count Lugana, and this is Kingfisher. That is so pretty. I have some ideas about what I'm gonna do on this. I haven't fully decided, but I am obsessed with this. So I think I will find something fairly soon. But yeah, so that was the fabric portion of the haul. Oh, there's one more actually. Let me get that. It's in a project. So my daughter's fiance asked me, she said she wanted me to cross stitch her something for her birthday. I said, of course, pick out what you want. And then she gave me a choice of 5 different patterns to pick from. And this was one of them, so this is what I chose to do. It's from My Big Toe, and it's called All in Love. Sorry for the plastic. Okay. So, I got that off 1, 2, 3 stitch. And then the fabric I got was a 28 count ivory jobeling. I think I'm saying that right. The stitch it on. The sticker's still on there. And then I got the called for threads when I was at Color and Cotton yesterday. And this is what it's what it calls for. It's Weeks Dye Work. Yeah, Weeks Dye Works. This is oilcloth. This is red pear. This is raspberry. That's super pretty. And this color is kudzu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right at all. But I feel like this is a pretty small pattern and it will stitch up really quickly. So her birthday's in August. So I definitely want to get a start on that. Next month sometime probably. So I wanted to make sure I got that. And hopefully she doesn't watch this. I don't think she does, but we'll see. And then, while I was at, let me show you some of the little stuff I got from. Come on, Stevie. Thank you. This is what I want. Also, while I was at Color and Cotton, I stocked up on needles. I got, so far my favorite have been Bowen. So I got some in 26 and some in 28. I got 2 packs of each. I tried the Peacemaker. I know a lot of people like them. I don't love them. I don't love them. And I've tried the Pony Black. And I like the way they stitch, but they tend to bend on me really easily. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that. I tried the John James. They're okay too. So if anybody has recommendations on another needle I should try, please feel free to throw that out. Also, while I was at Color and Cotton, I picked up this pattern. I'm going to try to take the cover sheet out of the plastic so it doesn't. By Jet X Stitch. Garden Bell. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. I just love her stuff so much. They did not have all the beads needed for that. They only had a couple. I did pick up the couple they had, but I mean the beads weren't super expensive. I think $2 for each set. But I might just pick up, I know I've seen like Lindy Stitches maybe, a Top Knot Stitcher have the bead packs, so I might just order a full bead pack and just have these for extras for whatever. So there's that. And then also, I'm so excited about this, guys. I don't know what fabric I'm going to use yet. But while I was there, I picked up this pattern. And I feel like this is going to be a definite start next month. Midsummer Finch by the Marigold Needle. I just recently heard of the Marigold Needle. I don't know where I've been. Her patterns are gorgeous. Her use of color is so pretty. I was watching, I think, an Evertotes video, and they're now carrying her patterns. I was like, oh my goodness, these are so nice. And then, so when I saw that at Color and Cotton yesterday, I was like, I have to grab this. They had a few of them. I know they had Strawberry Thief, which is another one on my wish list. I was trying to control myself somewhat. I did not do a good job. And then when I was there, I got the overdyes suggested for this pattern. And so that is Sugar Plum by Gentle Arts, Island Blue by Gentle Arts. This is so pretty. I like that color a lot. Ultraviolet from Weeks. And Silver Fern from Gentle Arts. And then it also calls for, I think, royal purple from Weeks, which I believe I already had, so I did not grab that while I was there. Because I'm trying to not duplicate unless I really need to. And then my last bit of haul is the biggest. Okay. So when I was placing an order at 123 Stitch, this was on sale, and it's been on my wish list, and I've recently seen some people finish it, and I was like, just do it. I got the chart for a peacock, a unicorn, a badger, and isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty. This will take a long time. This is a big book. So while I was at Color and Cotton, I thought, okay, one, I don't want to do this in the silks because that would be very expensive, and I do have a budget in life. But I also thought it was special enough that I didn't want to just use DMC. Not that there's anything wrong with DMC at all. This was just something I decided to do to make this project a little more special. So while I was at Color and Cotton, I pulled the called for DMC, and I started doing my own conversion to Color and Cotton. They did not have all the DMC colors that this called for in stock. So I am still missing some of the colors. So I still haven't bought fabric for this. So I have time. I don't know when I plan on starting this yet. So I think I have time. So my next trip there, I'll finish my conversion. And their new store now has a place. They have tables, and they have these papers where you can write down your conversions. So I have a list of the DMC and what color I'm converting to. I will say I had trouble with a couple. So not all of it is Color and Cotton. There is one Classic Color Works I decided to use, and one Gentle Art so far. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more DMC to convert. So I don't know if they'll all end up being Color and Cotton, but I'll show you what I've pulled so far. And I did not plan to stitch the green this green background. A lot of people just stitch this on green fabric, which is what I plan to do. But in my excitement to convert, I bought colors for the green. I still don't think I'm gonna stitch the green. I think I'm just going to use that, keep it in stash, and use it for another project. I'll show you what I got. It's a lot. It's a lot. And when you need multiple skeins, you want to buy it all at the same time because dye lots change and so forth. So this is Legato, Burlap, Tinseltown, Tree Lot is the color that is the green in the background, so this is what's going to end up being in stash, but I got Tree Lot. Bumblebee Pale, Tomato Leaves, Tuscan Sun. This is Gentle Arts Pebble. Did I call midnight already? I think I did. No. Midnight. That's so pretty. The dark brown I'm going to use is Up on the Rooftop. We've got Tortoise, Marigold, Lapis, I don't know how to say that word. There's more tree lot. Cottage, Fair Isle. I don't know if I've shown this one. Tuscan Sun. I think I've shown Tinseltown. Toadstool. Sunflower. Showing up on the rooftop. Turtle Sunday. Drummers Drumming. Showed midnight tree lot. Trapeze. And the classic color I pulled is Blushing Beauty. So that's the start of my conversion. Like I said, I have a few more to convert. But yeah. So that concludes my haul. What's everybody else working on? I'd love to hear. And again, if you ever want to start something, feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to start a project with you. I celebrate my birthday next month. I think I'm going to start, finally start fish and chips from Long Dog Samplers as my birthday start. I also want to start Beach Rules from Primrose Cottage. I just have to nail down the fabric. And I think I have a few other starts for July as well. I just want to, I'm kind of on a starting binge because I have all this stuff kitted up and I haven't started it. So let's do it. So the rest of my weekend, I've got plenty of house chores and yard work to do, so that will be most of my day. I do want to go get some more flowers to plant. I have a front, in my front yard, I have a big flower bed, a raised flower bed. The flowers haven't done as well. They haven't come back from last year as I had hoped. So I'm just gonna go get some perennials and plant in there. Hi, baby. Yeah, I know. And then, but my tomatoes are going like crazy. It's wild how good they're growing. So those are doing really well. I don't have any peppers yet. Also on my list, I need to try on my swimming suits for my trip and see which ones I want to take or if I want to get any new ones. I hate clothes shopping. It's not my favorite thing, so I tend to put it off. But yeah, so that's happening. I started listening to a new true crime podcast, if anybody's into that. There's a group I belong to at our local library, a true crime podcast group, where we decide on a podcast to listen to for the month, and we come together and we discuss it, all of our thoughts and feelings, and it is so much fun. I love hanging out with this group of ladies. and discussing this. So the podcast we've chosen to discuss in July is Murder on Songbird Lane, and it's kind of a local case. It took place in Marion, Illinois, which is southern Illinois. So yeah, that's so far I'm hooked. So and I hope to get some summer reading. I want to take a book with me on the trip. I used to be like a really big reader, like huge, like over 70 books a year sometimes, and lately I just can't get into it. I'm having a hard time concentrating. So anybody have any good, easy, quick, instant hook book recommendations thrown my way? I love mysteries and thrillers. I also love literary fiction, so feel free to suggest those. Otherwise, everybody have a great weekend. Happy stitching, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Thanks. Bye.